Thank you so much for putting in that email address. That's going to allow me to send you a series of videos over the next week. They're very short, but it's going to break down the program even more for you and start to dive into more specific topics such as how you should be eating for you, not how you should be eating for me or anybody else, but what's going to work right for you. Now let's focus on the training, because I realize it's a huge claim to say that you can achieve ultimate power, that you can unleash optimal power in as little as 15 to 20 minute sessions per day. The Unleash Optimal Power program combines the best of 7 different types of training that I've used over the years, and it's going to give you the following effects. It's going to boost your health, provide rapid, safe fat loss. It's going to give you personal best strength that you haven't experienced maybe since your teens when you were playing sports. You're going to regain your full movement potential, and most importantly, you're going to learn how to think to make this progress continue over time, how to work through obstacles. Just like you've had to study business and you can overcome the obstacles that come your way in your company, we need to start doing that with your health. This is our transformation path. We're going to touch on movement and training right now by giving you the personalized strength and conditioning sessions that you need based on how you move right now and what your body's fully capable of. We individualize nutrition. This is huge. I'm not going to tell you to eat like the way I eat or eat like the way the guy in the magazine or the girl in the magazine eats. This is about dialing into what foods you need and in what ratios. And there's specific ways to do that, and we're going to break down exactly how to do that. Lastly, we provide the community the assistance in order for you to fulfill your greatest purpose. What exactly does reclaiming your physique look like? Energy balance is crucial. I'll be the first to admit that the concept of a calorie is flawed, and I'm going to dive into that in one of the little videos that I'm going to email you. But we do need to have the right amount of fuel coming in as our body is using each day. And we need the right macronutrients, being carbs, fats, and proteins, the right micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, in order to fuel our recovery and to fuel our central nervous system. This is going to optimize our hormone, which is going to allow us to metabolize that body fat we've been storing. It's going to allow us to gain muscle. And this all occurs, and this is one of the secrets, during recovery. You don't make progress in the gym or running or whatever it is that you've been trying to do. You make progress recovering from those training sessions, and we're going to show you how to fully do that. To understand this paradigm, you have to understand how we are designed. We are supposed to be using our body each and every day to be thriving. Now, what that looks like is, number one, we should be able to move tremendously. Think back to when you were a child, how low you could squat. We can all sit in full squats, or if you have children and they're little, watch them. Just as we master this movement, we start sitting all the time, and then we lose the ability to maintain these ranges of motion. My movement is ultimately going to dictate my health and my strength and health across the lifespan. Everybody likes to focus on the sexier tiers, the strength, which some people define as all-out efforts. How much can I lift once, pick up off the ground, bench press, etc., or strength endurance. How much can I do over the course of an hour, over the course of a longer period of time? And then lastly, you have skills and conditioning. These are cycling, running, throwing, jumping. That stuff's awesome, but the question is, do you have the movement and the strength in order to facilitate those higher level activities each and every time that you are training? Most people do not, and focusing on all the high intensity work is burning them out at best. They're frying the endocrine system, or it's just setting people up for injuries, doing things that they don't have the range of motion and the strength to control. For example, here's a perfect example. We have a lot of ACL injuries nowadays. You have a lot of people, whether they're youth athletes or older athletes, doing box jumps, and most people don't know that in order to properly decelerate a jump, you need to be able to control 2 times your body weight in a squat. That means whatever you weigh, you should be able to hold that weight or have it on your back and do a full range motion squat in order to decelerate your body weight that's coming down through gravity while you're landing on the ground. These are all the variables that we are going to optimize for you each and every session. We are going to focus on alignment. Safety and strength is actually the same thing. In the position that will be strongest, I am the safest. I must maintain my alignment, and this will look very unique based on each person. Your squat position, depending on your height, is going to look much different than mine. I have long femurs. I'm 6 feet 3 inches. Other people's dimensions, they might have longer trunks, shorter legs. So our movements are the same, but the way that they're going to end up looking is going to be different. And we show you exactly how to align each movement, which is going to save your joints, and it's going to properly load your bones, which should be bearing the majority of the weight during your training sessions. We modify your program based on a term called Neurobolic, which comes from Movement Outlaws, a great organization. How much load does your central nervous system need to thrive and to expand? What's more important are the three variables for how you increase load. You can increase the weight of an object, aka the intensity. You can increase the volume, how much work somebody is doing in a training block. And lastly, you can decrease recovery time, aka density. Mixing these three variables properly is going to ensure that you make progress each and every session rather than hitting the plateaus that almost everybody is experiencing in their training programs.